We all have days when we feel a little down, and lately I've been having a lot of those days. I'm going to show you the makeup I wear when my eyes are swollen and my skin is dehydrated, and I really want people to not talk to me. Let's get started. Before applying any makeup, I'm putting on a thick layer of moisturizer, and I'm paying extra attention to the areas that are prone to getting dry, which for me are the corners of my mouth. My skin gets dehydrated and rough when I've been crying, so putting some moisture back in will really help foundation go on more smoothly. And while I'm at it, I'm also going to moisturize my lips with this Korres lip butter. Now if my skin is still feeling sad, I'll go in with a moisturizing primer, but most days I skip that out of laziness. The foundation I'm using is NARS Sheer Glow, and I'm taking just one pump of it and dotting it on my face. And to blend it out, I'm using a wet sponge. I always use a sponge to apply my base when my skin is acting up, because sponges are gentle and won't irritate any dry patches the way that a buffing brush will. And normally I like foundations that have a dewy finish because they look youthful and fresh. But I chose one that has a demi-matte finish for this look because I felt like it fits the mood better. Youthful and fresh isn't exactly what I'm going for when I'm feeling like shit, you know? Now I'm taking a loose translucent powder by Too Faced on a Real Techniques blush brush, and I'm going to use this to both set my makeup and also mattify it a little bit more. I first press it over my eyes and nose, and this helps prevent creasing and also helps to blur out the pores. And then for the rest of my face, I don't like wearing too much powder, so I lightly tap on just a little bit and then brush away all of the excess. Also, I skipped concealer because I think having under eye circles and some imperfections showing helps get the message across that I'm just not feeling very well. Okay, onto bronzer. This one is also from Too Faced, and I'm going to use it to add a little bit more dimension to my face. So I'm applying it right onto my cheekbone and also on the temple of my forehead, and then I'm just blending it out in circular motions. And I'm also bringing that along my jawline and blending it out too, and also I'm shading in the hairline. And the brush I'm using for this is the blush brush from the Real Techniques Bold Metals line. Now I'm taking a smaller brush and I'm going to go in and do a little bit more detailed contouring. I'm going to start by popping it in the socket of my eyes to add some depth, and then I'm going to contour my nose. So I apply it to the side of my nose and then I bring it along the tip in a V shape. I like to shade in the entire bottom face of the nose and also a little bit around the tip. And lastly, I contour under the bottom lip, in the philtrum, and just under the nostrils. Next up is eyes. I'm using this Soul Mattes palette from Pure Minerals, and I'm starting off with this medium brown shade on an angled brush. And I'm applying this all over the lid right up to the socket of the eye where I put the contour color before, and I'm also bringing it along the lower lash line. And I'm just blending it out a little bit with the brush from before. Now this eye makeup is also monolid friendly. I usually have double eyelids, but I find that if I've been crying the night before or if my face is swollen for some reason, when I wake up I often have monolids, and this is the style of eye makeup I go to when that happens. Now I'm applying a darker brown on the lid and focusing it so that it's darkest along the lash line, and I'm bringing it up past the crease. I'm also extending it into a wing and bringing it down along the outer third of my lower lash line and then blending it out just a bit. You lose a little bit of color when you blend, so I'm going back in and intensifying along the lash line. And if you have monolids, apply this so that there's about 3 millimeters of color showing when your eyes are open and looking straight ahead. And I'm not worrying about blending everything out perfectly because I think that eyeshadow that's dark and messy and a little bit grungy makes it look like I don't give a shit, which is the look that I'm going for. Once that's on, I'm taking a dark plummy purple color on the same brush again, and I'm just deepening the outer corner of the eye. Then I'm taking the same color on a smaller brush, this is actually a concealer brush, and I'm applying it along the lash line, so both the lower lash line and the upper lash line. And I'm blending that out just a tad using the same angled brush from before. And I'm applying this so that the color comes just past the crease. But on days when I have monolids, I'd apply it so that there's about 1 millimeter of color showing through when my eyes are open. Skipping highlighter would probably work well with this look, which is meant to be kind of dark and unpolished, but I just can't resist highlighter, so I'm going to apply a little bit to the inner corners of my eyes, as well as the cupid's bow and on the tip and bridge of my nose. And I'm also going to apply a tiny bit to the brow bone and cheekbone. Now I'm going to line my eyes with a matte brown eyeliner. This one's a cream one by e.l.f. and I grabbed a little bit too much there, so I'm just wiping off the excess. And I'm starting off by lining the inner corners of my eyes, so I'm just extending it, which will make the eyes look a little bit more sharp and fierce. I'm also extending the outer corner in a fairly dramatic wing. And I always find it easiest to draw the wing on both eyes first, make sure that they're even, and then go in and fill in the rest of the line. Once the eyeliner's on, I'm grabbing a dark matte brown eyeshadow on a pencil brush, and I'm going to use that to soften out the line just a little bit. The reason why I'm smoking out the line is because I feel like it makes the makeup look less put together and a little bit more wearable, which is funny because I'm doing an extra step to make it look like I put less effort into my makeup. Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, I'm doing that, but I'm keeping the wing nice and sharp. And then I'm going back in with the brown eyeliner and tight lining, which will make the lashes look fuller. And then I'm going in with that same eyeliner yet again and filling in my brows. I swear this $3 eyeliner is so versatile, I use it for bloody everything. I just lined underneath the brow first and then filled in the end, and now I'm just filling in the rest of the brow following the natural direction of the hair growth. And I'm just fading out the front of the brow a tiny bit to make it look a little bit more natural. Not that this is a natural look whatsoever, but you know what I mean. Okay, time for lashes. These ones are longest towards the outer corner and they're not super dramatic, but they're definitely not natural looking either. And I'm going to apply them using a dark tone glue. And to save time, I always apply the glue to the lashes first, and while I'm waiting for that to get tacky, I'll quickly curl my lashes and also apply a thin coat of mascara. My lashes poke straight down, so to give them a good curl, I always curl the entire length of the lash first, and once that's done, I'll go back in and give them a really good squeeze at the base of the lash. Then I'm applying some mascara to make the lashes darker. I don't really care about adding length or volume because I'm going in with fake eyelashes anyways. Speaking of, they are at the kind of tackiness that I like now, so I'm going ahead and sticking them onto my lash line. I find the easiest way to apply lashes is to first stick down the middle of the lash and then stick the outer corner down, and lastly go in and fix the inner corner. And then I'm pinching the false lashes and my real lashes together to bring them a little bit closer. And once they're on, I like to go back in and apply another coat of mascara just to help blend the natural lashes with the fake ones. And I'm also applying a thin coat of mascara to my bottom lashes. Okay, we're almost done. I'm going to finish off the base makeup by applying a little bit of blush. This one is by Too Faced and it's discontinued now, but I'm pretty sure you can still find it online some places if you want. And I didn't want to add too much color to the cheeks, so the blush I picked is a neutral kind of browny pink color. And I'm using an angled brush to apply it on my cheekbones, on the temples of my forehead, and also on the chin and the tip of my nose. To finish off, I'm going to apply some lipstick. This first one here is again from Too Faced. It's from their Melted Longwear Liquefied line and the shade is Chocolate Cherries, which is a really pretty deep dark brown color, which also smells really nice. To apply it, I'm putting it on just the inner rim of my lips and then I'm pressing them together to kind of smear it into the shape that I want. And I'm going back in with some more product and just repeating the process until I have the intensity that I'm after. And then to define the shape of the upper lip, I'm going in with my finger and just bringing the color up. The reason why I like to use this technique is because it results in a hazy edge rather than a sharp one. Again, I feel like it's just a more casual look and easier to wear on a daily basis. Like what I did with the eyes, I'm going to add a little depth and dimension with some purple. I always feel like it's a good idea to put a little bit of color into an otherwise neutral look. I'm doing a subtle gradient by applying this just to the inner rim of my lips where a shadow naturally falls when your mouth is closed. And I'm lightly tapping with my finger to blend the color out. And that's it, we're done! Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed the look and I will see you next time. Bye now!